Hi everyone, this is Rachel with Rachel's Wig Reform. Not too long ago, I did a review on the wig Courtney by Jon Renau, and I showed you also how I trimmed her up and made some modifications to her. Well, I purchased another wig by Jon Renau, and this one's called Alessandra. You know how I am with pronouncing things, so I'm going to say Allie for short. But in the description box below this video, I will list all the information for this wig. I purchased this one because I thought she was very similar to the Courtney wig as far as specs go. It's just that this wig's going to be at a lower price point because she is not a fully hand-tied cap. I also got her in a brand new color that I've never ordered before, Malibu Blonde. So I'm going to show that to you today, and I'm going to also compare it to a couple other blondes by Jon Renau also. So the one thing about her is she is a wefted cap versus Courtney. Courtney was fully hand-tied. This one's wefted. So again, this is going to be a lower price point. Here's something that I noticed about this full mono top. It's a much smaller chunk of lace at the top. Normally, this like U-shaped part right here has more lace in it. And it's just a little smaller than the normal full mono tops that I get. I don't have an answer to why that is. Now, I'm not disappointed. There's plenty of lace to work with up here with modifying the part and changing it around. And then again, I got her in the color Malibu, geez, you guys, I can't speak. Malibu Blonde. She's a little more of a golden blonde with some pale kind of highlights through here. And her root is not real dark at all. It's a softer root up in here. I'm currently not wearing a wig, so I don't have anything to talk about with that, but I am rocking out my bling Ball State Cardinal hat that I wore when my son played college football. It's kind of funny because when I did the Courtney wig, when I was cutting her, I was telling you about one of my COVID projects where I redid one of the bedrooms upstairs into all of my cheer stuff. Well, the other bedroom upstairs I redid into all of my son's football stuff. So we have kind of two rooms upstairs where one is all Ball State, the other one is all my cheerleading. And I figure I have 3 nephews who would want to sleep in the football room and 2 nieces who would probably prefer to sleep in the cheerleading room. And if they want to switch it up, don't care either. So anyways, let me go ahead and put her on for you. I'm going to clip this tag off real quick though, just because I don't feel like dealing with this tag at all. All right. Let me go ahead and throw her on. I like to kind of see wigs that are similar to each other, but at different price points, because not everybody can get a hand-tied cap because they are more expensive. But let me tell you a little trick to this. There is a site called Wig Outlet, and I will go ahead and make sure I attach the link to that webpage. They have wigs on there much cheaper. Now, your color options are going to be less than if you're at a site where you're paying full price, because this is called an open boxed wig, which means it was sent to somebody, they tried it on, and then for whatever reason, it did not work for them. They sent it back, and now it is in the Wig Outlet at a much lower price. I purchase a lot of wigs from there, and this is where this one came from. Plus, if it's your first time ordering from them, you can put in HELLO15 in the discount code and receive an additional 15% off. And then sometimes you go on there and there will be a certain color that will be listed for much cheaper also. So Wig Outlet is a great place to try to snatch up some wigs at a much lower price. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to grab my comb. Oh, I thought it was there. I guess it's not. Okay, so the one thing that I know that's different with this wig versus Courtney, and again, I will attach the link to my reviews for Courtney in the description box below so that it's easy to find. I actually have 3 reviews with Courtney. One is the initial review, one is how I cut her, and then the other one is how I cut the lace on my wig. I'm going to move this part just a little bit over. So one of the things that I noticed is that the layering on this is not as thin down towards the bottom as it was on Courtney. Courtney was very, very thin, and that's why I ended up cutting her. Now, here's where I'm at with my wigs. I'm in like this really weird stage, and maybe some of you can relate to this. When I first started wearing wigs, I was buying them at about chin length and then kind of shortening them a little. And then I eventually started to move into like shoulder length wigs, and then I would trim them up to chin length. Now I'm at shoulder length wigs, and I'm thinking I might want to go a little longer. I get one that's a little longer, and guess what I do? Trim it up to shoulder length. And then eventually I will start to move into one of these longer wigs and feel more comfortable in it. Just weird phases that I go through with wigs. All right, I'm gonna do a quick spin for you, and then I'll pick up that comb again. Okay, front, side, back, and side. Grab my comb. Lace front, very well done. I'm usually not disappointed in Jon Renau, however I decide to say it. And then there is the rooting on this wig. So, am I going to probably trim her? Yeah, probably. And if you're wondering how I do that, well, just watch my review on Courtney and how I trimmed her for that video. I'm not liking where this part is, and you can see how I trim. I'm not liking that either. I don't know what I like. It's right out of the box, so sometimes these parts just want to go where they want to go. This is kind of more in a middle part, but I will change that. All you need to do is spritz it with some water and repart it. And then I will put some clips in it and let it dry that way. And then I'll also apply a little bit of heat to it. So again, this is Malibu. Forget it. This is M Blonde. And here is Palm Springs Blonde. This is the wig Rachel. And I'll show you the difference in these two colors. So you can see this one is more golden, and this is your more cool, ashier tone to it. So that's Palm Springs Blonde. This one here is Catherine, and this is in 12 FS8 shaded praline. And here's the differences in these two. This is also a rooted wig, but I think this root, let me find it here so you can see it more. This root is a little darker than this one. So shaded praline, I think the root, it has a darker tone to it than what Malibu, seriously, Blonde has. If my son watches this, he's going to be dying laughing. So what I'll do is I'll just get this on my mannequin head, and I will take some of this length off. Even though this is fuller and nicer than what Courtney was, I still, this is just too long for me right now. So I will take some of that length off. It's not that hard to do. You can go and watch those videos that I previously have done. I will pluck the part on her also and get the lace trimmed up how I want it to be. These layers around here I really like. It kind of has a shorter layer for like a bang there. So you could move this to either side and it would lay nice. It's a very, very nice wig. Even though it's not a hand-tied wig, I'm not feeling a ton of hardly any permatease up in this wig at all, which a lot of times that's why people do not like wefted caps, is because the permatease can be a little more overwhelming, and I'm not getting that with this wig. So if you saw my review on Courtney and like that wig, but she was a little bit out of your price point because of the hand-tied cap, I would suggest going to Alessandra, because I think she's very, very similar, but you're going to be at a lower price point because of the cap. So that is my review for today. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet on YouTube, please do so. And then also I'm going to put the link to my Facebook page where I post a lot of before and after pictures on Rachel's Wig Reform Facebook. And you can follow me there so that you can see those pictures that I really don't know how to post yet on my YouTube channel. Okay? All right, everyone. We will talk with you soon.